I'm Todd Jones. I'm part of the 100th anniversary Bayview Mackinac race committee. I've done over 60 of these races between Chicago and Mackinac or Bayview combined. I've been in the industry for over 40 years, so we're going to discuss some of the safety items that sailors want to wear for their own protection and stuff that's going to need to be on the boat to protect a man overboard situation. First of all, we're going to talk about personal safety equipment, which most importantly is a life jacket. The only life jacket that's going to save you is the one you're wearing. So I upgraded a little while ago to a much lighter weight jacket. You know, simple, no metal on it, just more comfortable to wear, easier to move around the boat in. But I also had a bag. So a lot of times you'll have to throw this thing on middle of the night or during a squall, and you want to have all the things you need with you and not have to think about it. So in there is headlamp, flashlight, personal safety knife. Next up is a higher spec life jacket, also made by Spinlock. These are not Coast Guard approved, so the boat will have to have a Coast Guard approved Type 2 with a whistle and a safety light on it. These are very comfortable and much easier to sail in. They're all going to have a crotch strap, which is the only way an inflatable will work well, so make sure whatever you're wearing has that so it doesn't float up over your head. This one also includes a spray hood so you don't accidentally drown from big waves. It's got a pylon light. It's a hammer inflator, so it won't inflate till you're actually in the water. So it's a really high-end piece designed with Volvo Ocean Race. You'll find them on a lot of boats. Okay, so along with the life jacket, you're also going to need a tether. And with our requirements, it's got to have a quick release mechanism. So this one's got a long, nice tether on it so you can get out of the jacket if you're off the side of the boat and getting drug underneath the boat. And it's also got a one-handed carabiner, which is double locking, so it can't open accidentally to go on the jack line or a hard point on the boat. It's elastic, so you're not tripping all over it. And these are actually pretty affordable at like $80. Just a few things you want to consider carrying on your life jacket, you know, especially at night. I think most important would be a whistle. Make sure you have access to your whistle because that's how they're going to find you. There's a lot of ambient light and panic if somebody's overboard, but a whistle is a direct radar to track your position. Everybody should have a one-handed knife. You got to cut your tether if you can't get the shackle open, or a piece of rope or a halyard, you know, in an emergency, something that's quick and easy you can handle yourself. This is a nice light, waterproof light that goes on the life jacket. Just more visibility for you and the people trying to find you. And then also we've got a strobe light, which obviously carries a lot longer distance. So maybe if you're on a faster boat and you're scared of getting away too far from that boat, then they can see you at a long distance with this. But just for sailing in general, headlamp always comes in handy. You can use both hands while you're sailing and you see everything you need to do. I would suggest something with a red lens so you don't blind the rest of the crew. And then every boat's required to have a safety cockpit knife. It could be on the pedestal, it could be, you know, in a sheet bag, but everybody should know where it is. A lot of boats will keep it on the vang, just in case you're in an emergency and you got to cut something quick. No moving parts, open it and slash away. Okay, next up we're going to talk about when somebody actually falls off the boat. We all want to avoid it, but these things do happen, especially at night, so we got to be prepared. First thing that's going to happen is, you know, somebody will sight them, point at them, you do a quick stop maneuver, get the boat stopped. We need to get something floating in the water with that person. A lot of people are familiar with these. It's a Mom 8 made by Switlick, but there are some newer, better products out. But inside this box was an inflatable pylon with a light at the top, a drogue, and a horseshoe. So, you know, first of all, you can see the person, then they've got something to hang on to float. Here's another option for man overboard equipment, including a inflatable pylon with a light and something for somebody to hang on to as they're in the water. It's a dam buoy. The nice thing about these, you can self-service them, and it's a much less expensive item to maintain on the boat. It's got a pylon, it's got something for somebody to hang on to if they're in the water and be able to be found. All right, next up is the visual distress signals. Bayview Mackinac follows the U.S. Sailing Coastal requirements, which include 1 Solus orange smoke flare and 3 Solus red hand flares. But you can also use an electronic non-pyrotechnic device, which meets the U.S. Coast Guard requirements and a signal flag. Having been through a lot of Mackinacs and long offshore racing, I would go with the pyrotechnics, and I might even add in 2 parachute flares. I've seen emergencies on the water at night in windy conditions, and that's really the only thing that somebody's going to see from a long distance is a self-powered soulless parachute flare. Thanks for joining us. We've covered some specific information on the safety requirements for the Bayview Mackinac. You'll find further information on the website at bycmac.com, including the modified monohull and multi-hull SCR requirements. There's a contact button on the website for more information. Please feel free to contact us. We're just here to help you, and we'll see you on the start line.